the Lord, for He is good. His love endures forever. He is my strength and He's my song. His love endures forever. I will proclaim what He has done. His love endures forever. And I will enter and give thanks to Him. This holy gate the righteous may enter. I will give You thanks. You answered me. You are my salvation. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His love endures forever. He is my strength and He's my song. His love endures forever. I will proclaim what He has done. His love endures forever. And I will enter and give thanks to Him. This holy gate the righteous may enter. I will give You thanks. You answered me. You are my salvation. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad. I will be glad. I will be glad. I will be glad in it.
My most holy moment on this Navajo land trip was when they taught us how to bless ourselves with the Indian Navajo land feather. And I got to bless myself, and I also got to bless Hazel, and I got to bless Sydney, and it was beautiful, and it's a memory I'll have forever.
I think my moment was right at the start of our trip once we got to Farmington, at the end of the corn pollen blessing, when we all went outside the church and just stood and waited and watched for the sunrise, and just starting our time there off on a nice, calm, restful moment like that really set a good tone for the whole week.
I had several holy moments on the trip, well, lots, but I'm narrowing it down. Seeing the sunrise every morning, or 3 of the mornings, was amazing to just think of the dawn of the new day. I saw God and Jaden giving Chan a gigantic hug. And I also saw God when I was struggling on the hike, and I had like a whole army of people there to help me, and maybe it helped me all the way up.
So when we woke up really early at like 4:30 or something, at 5 o'clock we went outside of the church to watch the sunrise, and I was very tired. And whenever I started seeing the sun come up, it kind of like yelled at me, "Rise and shine." It was really peaceful.
For me, seeing everybody work hard, putting care and love into the project was very special.
So the best thing I liked about being in Navajo land is our morning and afternoon prayer time. I really enjoyed in the morning when we were invited to be mindful of each of our days, and then in the afternoon being able to share and listen to other people's experiences throughout the day.
I had to get out of my own way, out of my expectations and my judgments, and wait for the tap that presses a tiny seed into the soil, the tap that creates ripples on the surface of water, the tap of the first stone falling before the avalanche gets generated. And when I get out of the way and let the tap hit me and make me porous, I learn all over again what being expansive and generous is. And so my whole trip was a series of taps.
I think the best part of the trip was hanging out with all the kids and seeing their smiles on their face. And one of the kids' names was Nayeli, and she would ride on my back every once in a while when she got tired, and that really warmed my heart.
My holy moment was in the middle of the week for community night. We had spent the whole 3 days uniting as a group, and so the final stitching together was with the Navajo people, and I felt like Chan really did that by saying all the history that St. Julian's had with their community, and it brought tears to my eyes just to think of the steadfastness that my church community showed, and then to you know, kind of felt like could talk to the Navajo people in an easier way after that connection was made.
Well, even after the third year coming on this trip, I am amazed at the transformation of the projects that we do, and also the including of our littles, who they made the flower pots this year, and one of the families, once they were given, they said they were naming their flower pots, and it was Jacob and Hazel, so they were naming their plants. So that's just amazing to me that we can share.
I really enjoyed making the Navajo tacos.
My little happy moment on the trip was in the canyon, well, not in it, but at the top, just seeing how massive it was and how small I was, and then just realizing that that massive thing that I was looking at was just a very small part of an even bigger world. Is really fun and cool.
It was really special to go to the pool because for the first time I tried the slide and I really liked it.
I felt really good when we all accomplished the big canyon because it was like really tiring and it was huge, and I never hiked a canyon before, so I was really happy when I finished it.
Hey, St. Julian's family. I just wanted to share a few thoughts. We're a few days removed from our Navajoland adventures, and I have to say that the trip was entirely transformative in so many ways, and Ashley and Miles were so kind as to ask us for moments in which we saw perhaps God reflected in some really meaningful and poignant way. And you know, my family and I have really been wanting to do this pilgrimage for many years, and I have to say that it was beyond transformative, and it was a moment to truly see the humanity in all of us, the strengths and challenges that we all bring, and it certainly highlighted and made very, very present in my mind the opportunities we have to make change. And there was a lot of moments, and I think one of the most striking for me was working directly with Chan, and just her grace and her passion and her dedication to her work, which is very challenging, but deeply engaging, deeply spiritual, deeply authentic, was quite profound for me. And I would say additionally that those moments when I saw reflected in the faces of my children and all the children on the trip that our fellowship really highlighted the opportunities we have to make change and to model the best in ourselves for each one of them, and giving them the tools they need to take on a world that is challenging, that is deeply troubling, and equipping them with the grace, the patience, the understanding, and the profound calling to really make and turn this world into a place that they truly deserve to inherit. And so certainly Elva and I and the kids will be back if the opportunity presents itself, and if we do in fact come back, I would say that all of you need to think deeply about this opportunity, because for each one of us it was deeply spiritual, deeply moving, and phenomenally and profoundly different. And I would encourage all of you to think about how we're called to make the world a better place, and how we're called to love our neighbors and learn about our neighbors, and to see and to start to make actionable the changes that we pray for, but to bring them into tangible being. So please consider coming on a trip like this. A pilgrimage is a deep and meaningful step in our understanding of ourselves and our understanding of our neighbors and the humanity that binds us all together.